I was asked to make a film about our local traditions in a village where I live in northern Serbia. Well, I realized that I cannot talk much about the Serbian heritage because I was brought up in a specific household and culture of Bunjevci, ethnic minority. My mother and all of her ancestors were Bunjevci. So they inhabited this area, small area between Sombor, Subotica and Baja. Baja is in Hungary, around 400 years ago. And throughout history, they were subject to great attempts of assimilation, especially from Hungary and Croatia. After the World War II, they were not allowed to declare themselves as Bunjevci, as if they didn't exist. In 1991, they were officially recognized as an ethnic minority, and the language is today in the official use also. According to the census of 2022, there were only 11,000 citizens who registered themselves as Bunjevci, including me. Very soon you will see that many of the traditions and rituals in everyday lives of Bunjevci people have a very old, ancient, pre-Christian origin. When I first started thinking about this subject and making a concept of videos that I'm going to make about Bunjevci tradition, I found out that there is no resource in English, actually, and that I have just scratched the surface of an enormously huge theme, and that it's not going to be just one video, but rather a playlist of videos. I decided that the first video I'm making about Bunjevci tradition is about Christmas. In English, the word Christmas is Christ, Mass, 2 words. But in South Slavic languages, like Serbian, we have one word, Božić, which literally means a little god, a mali bog. Božić, which is an ancient word describing, in pre-Christian times, rising sun, rising little sun. After the darkness, the sun is rising again, and in Christian times it is little Jesus. We celebrate Christmas from December 24th until the January 6th. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and finishing with January 6th, which is Three Kings Day. Those are the main holidays in this Christmas cycle. A couple of days ago, I have visited a traditional farm and I had a little chat with Mrs. Verona about traditions around Christmas in their household.
Sve što se seje sve kulture koje se seju na njivi za sljedeću godinu. Ili mislim i te prošle godine kad je u toku i to se sve seje i iduće godine.
No. So all the crops that we are sowing throughout the year are here. This is corn. Šta je ovo? Pšenica. This is barley.
Ono je raž.
Raj. This is wheat, pšenica.
Da.
This is sunflower, beans, soybean, and white and red corn. So this is the plate for all the crops of the year. These candles are lit on Christmas Eve, Christmas, on New Year, and on 6th of January, on Three Kings Day. They should burn up, and with the holy water taken from the church after the Mass, they should be damped down.
To je isto sve što stoka jede, slama, seno,
It is
livada i detelina.
It is from the meadow, food for animals on the farm here. So
Znači sve što rodi na njivi, to treba da se nađe na božićnom stolu.
All the crops from the field should be on the Christmas table. On Christmas Eve before dinner, we take a piece of apple, walnut, and garlic with honey for good health, fertility, and against evil spirits. We also toast with brandy with honey. We call it zamedljana rakija. Now I would like to talk about a specific tradition, ancient tradition in December before Christmas, which is still present in the lives of Bunjevci family here, but also among Orthodox Serbs here. It is called materice, which literally means uterus or womb. Mater in Indo-European language is of course the mother, but also in South Slavic languages. It is celebrated in December, 2 weeks before Christmas, always on Sunday. Then we celebrate mothers and motherhood and all female ancestors like grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and so on. The tradition is as follows. On that morning, children are visiting houses of mothers and great-mothers and greet them with these verses. Blessed be Jesus, mistress. I congratulate materice. Hvaljeni su gazdarice, čestitam ti materice. I came over the seas, so give me some walnuts. Došao sam preko mora, dajte mi malo ora. I've been through horrible troubles, so please give me some apples. I saw sheep, so give me some money. It's very cold outside. Can I have a glass of wine, please? I won't translate it in Bunjevački now. And the woman replies, Uvijek hvaljen bio, hvala, živi i zdravi bili. Blessed always, thank you, may you live and be healthy. And she gives symbolic presents to the guests and offers them biscuits and wine. She puts apples with coins stabbed into it and walnuts into the baskets she gives to the guests. It is a symbolic present which represents progress, luck, health, and togetherness. Most Bunjevci houses still celebrate Materice. Often in the afternoon, the whole family gather at their parents' house. Sometimes it was freezing cold, with snow and ice, and they had to walk or ride carriages long distances, but nothing could prevent them from celebrating this beloved custom that we all are proud of. On this day, also, people are visiting their ancestors on cemeteries. Next Sunday, 1 week before Christmas, is an old folk tradition called Fathers Oci in Bunjevac. It is dedicated to all the male ancestors or caregivers. Everybody in the house congratulate to their fathers, grandfathers, uncles, great-grandfathers, and other married men. It is written that male children were declaiming a specific poem, almost a spell, which goes partly like this. Let Materice be celebrated, and honorable fathers, Oci. Now the baskets are full of walnuts. Go, children, and congratulate and bring your bags. Materice are waiting for you. Oci are waiting for you. Nice full baskets of walnuts and apples among them, beautiful red with coins stuffed in them. I have also found one specific description of a custom that I have never seen, but it goes like this. A child shows left palm to his or her father, or a man that he's congratulating to, and then on the right palm he draws this križalice, bogalice, pukac, which means križalica is a cross, bogalica is the word that I don't know what exactly means, but Bog is the god, so bogalica, I don't know, and pukac, clapping, and when he claps pukac, then he asks for a coin. Our ancestors were deeply connected to the land, to the fertility of the land. They were all farmers. So one of the ancient traditions around Christmas and around fertility cult is sowing the seeds of wheat or barley from the last harvest. We are sowing it on St. Lucia's Day or Eve on 13th of December. And around it we put figures of sheep and shepherds and dogs, symbolizing fertility of the animals. Our tradition around Christmas tree is very similar to German tradition, but we don't bring in the whole tree, the whole pine or juniper tree, but we bring only one branch, and we call it grana, and this is that branch decorated with ornaments, candles, lights, and so on. That is an old European evergreen tradition. And now a few words about traditional meals for before Christmas and for Christmas. So Bunjevci, as a tradition, they are fasting every Wednesday and Friday throughout 6 weeks before Christmas. And on Christmas Eve, here is a traditional supper with bean soup, some fish, and gubbe. This is bread with poppy seeds and sugar, and the wine. And after the Mass on midnight mass for Christmas. The fast is over, so the Christmas day is very rich in food. What you can see in these pictures, this is a Christmas bread called božićnjak with traditional Christmas symbolism, Christmas star. On the top of the bread are Joseph, Mary, and little baby Jesus. Around them are sheep, some plants and animals. And here are 3 wise men, Melchior, Gaspar, and Balthazar, 3 astrologers that came to greet little baby Jesus. And here are some animals as food sources and many animals that we can find in old households. This one is like a piece of art made by Stipan Budimčević. He lives here in the village. Three Kings Day tradition is very similar to other European traditions on this day. It is the Epiphany, and it is also called Little Christmas. And it is the feast day commemorating the 3 Magis. On that day, the water is blessed in the church, and with that water, people are pouring everything of importance in the household, in the fields, vineyards, and so on. And it is also brought to the cemeteries. On that day, priests start house blessings, bringing chalk and frankincense and smudging the house, and writing GMB, Gaspar, Melchior, Balthazar, on the house door. From the Three Kings Day, feasts are allowed, and other gatherings, weddings, celebrations.